Hello everyone, my name is Sydney Lantrip, and today I will be giving you a brief rundown on formatting a document for MLA, APA papers and assignments. I know a lot of folks know what they're supposed to do to abide by these formats for assignments. They often just don't know how to do it or what buttons to press, especially when it comes to differences between Microsoft setup versus Google Docs. So I'm going to go through some of the basic questions that I see being asked often, and I'll go ahead and preface this with the fact that this stuff is not the most intuitive. Do not feel bad for needing to ask the question. Everyone was a beginner with this stuff at some point. There is no shame in not knowing where a button is in an application you haven't spent extensive time in before. It's okay. We're here to learn, and there are no dumb questions. So that said, when you first open a doc, I think it's always good practice to just go ahead and set our font size, our font, as well as the size. So I'm going to select Times New Roman. That's always a good go-to when it comes to MLA or APA. And then I'm also going to go over here to the paragraph section. I'm going to scroll down to where it says line spacing, select here, and I'm going to hit double. You can select whatever you need for the specific assignment, but I'm going to go with double here for the sake of clarity. So once I've done that, I've got that set up, I'm going to go ahead and start setting up the rest of the document. I'm going to go with what I would for an MLA paper, which is I'm going to start with my name here in the top left, and I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to put a course number as well as the date. And I'm going to do it in the format of the day, month, and year. I'm going to hit enter one more time. And now I'm going to go ahead and go right up here back into that paragraph section and select this center button so that I can get my title going. So for this particular assignment, I'm writing a paper about whether or not social media counts as records for records management purposes. So we're going to say social media as record. So there we go. If we were doing an APA paper, obviously we would have a separate title page, but we're just going to go with this for now. So another thing you may need to do is page numbers. So I'm going to go to Insert, go over here to the header and footer section, and hit page number, and I'm going to go with top of page, and that gives me a few options. So I'm going to go with plain number 3 so that my page number is up here in the top hand corner, and then I will close the header and footer section, and then that just automatically will populate and give me page numbers as I go. So once I have finished writing my paper, obviously I'm going to need my bibliography or my reference section depending on what we're doing. So I am going to do references using that same center button that we did to get the title. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste in my citation here for this article. Now really the only thing I still need to do here is get a hanging indent so that it has that separation from the other citations that I'm going to put in here. And so the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to highlight the citation, and I'm going to go up to the paragraph box again. And here where it says special and none, I'm going to select that, and I'm going to hit hanging. And then I'm going to hit OK. Alright, and that is pretty much it when it comes to the Word docs. So now I'm going to shift gears, and we're going to go in here to the Google Doc. So once again, we're going to go set our font as well as our font size. We got Times New Roman and 12. And we're going to come over here this time and make sure we've got the left hand. And I'm also going to go to Format for Paragraph and Styles. Sorry, no, line and paragraph spacing is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go to line and paragraph spacing, and then I'm going to hit double. Now to do page numbers in the doc, we're also going to go to Insert again. We're going to scroll down all the way to page numbers. We're going to go over, we have 4 options here. We're going to go with this one. And now we've got much the same situation as the last. And after that, we really just need to do our references. So I'm going to once again go over here and center this. And to get, oh yeah, we don't have this in Times New Roman yet. So if that's the case, you can always just highlight something and go and select it to get it how you want it. So again, oh, that didn't take. There we go. So now I'm going to go to Format. And I'm going to go to Align and Indent. And I'm going to go all the way down to Indentation Options. And here it wants me to, well, zero that out. Now it may need you to put a specific number in for this. Just put in 0.39 in the left box, and that should get it. Nope, hold on. Sometimes it just does not take. That's a Google Docs problem. Okay, there we go. So I didn't select hanging. Alright. Zero that out. Apply. Why is it not working? Sorry guys, I've got to troubleshoot this. There we go. Okay. Alright, we finally got that to work. And that is about it, guys. Those are just some of the key differences when you're working with the Microsoft Word doc versus the Google Doc. I know it can get pretty confusing, especially if you're having to switch back and forth between the two. But I hope that answered some of your basic questions. Thank you.